Okay, so Emmett Shear, if you don't know who this is, that's okay. Emmett Shear doesn't talk about himself on any social platform. If you go to Emmett Shear's Twitter before, he didn't even really talk about much about being CEO of Twitch. So you'll be forgiven if you didn't know. But he was CEO of Twitch for the better part of 16 years, and is stepping down, effective immediately. Um, gosh, I think it, I don't. Did he specifically say he's not probably not going to talk about specifics, but Twitch just in our next news we're going to talk about Twitch just laid off a bunch of people right after this.
Yeah,
This was before.
it kind of segues into the next story, so maybe we can talk about them together. But like, so yeah, this happened, and then like a week or two later,
This happened 4 days
Twitch
later.
says we're laying off around 400 people, and from what I've heard, apparently most of them are like old guard people who have been with Twitch for
A long time.
since the beginning or close to for like over 10 years, and probably just replacing them with Amazon people, and now Twitch is just yeah.
So this is what I want to talk about too.
Yeah.
Is I want to have a serious 5 to 10 minute discussion about this. So if that's I didn't know that part, to be fair, that it was like old guard, which is a really big deal because old
At
guard
least
is the one that preserves kind of the
yeah,
old identity of Twitch of
at least
like
that's what
community
I mean,
first.
I kind of heard it offhand, like Coke Carnage was tweeting about it, but what he said, well, at least what he said on Twitter, and I don't know, he didn't cite a source, I don't know where he got it, but generally he's a pretty reputable guy, so he doesn't really make stuff up.
Yeah,
um, is that yeah, it was basically mostly old guard people, but who have been with the company a very long time.
yeah. Well, he's a
So
Twitch ambassador or
yeah,
whatever that's worth anymore. By the way, Blue, thanks for the good luck on the run. We'll be sure to speed run this best we can.
yeah,
Uh, oh yeah, and again, yeah, a lot of tech companies have been laying off like crazy. It's the post-pandemic layoff that has been happening. Usually, what's been happening is I think a lot of these companies though are laying off certain segments of their business that are just not working, so they lay
yeah,
off like that segment. Um, but in this case, if it's old guard, I think they're just laying kind of in a wide net in that case.
yeah.
This amounts to I've heard different opinions on percentage. This is amounted to like different varying percentages from what I've heard of. I've heard 15%. I've heard 20%. I'm not sure the exact number, but
I believe that.
yeah, but that's big, and
Yeah,
it's a question also of are they laying it off to rehire it? Um, so okay,
usually not, but
usually not, but are they going to end up rehiring it like 5 to 6 months later? Because tech companies are weird. They're like super weird about this stuff, where they lay off 400 people but are still hiring in other areas,
yeah,
which is weird. Like they don't necessarily always do a hiring freeze. They just lay people off over here to bring people on over here. Um, so we have to have a serious discussion. I promise 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I want to give an intro to this. So Twitch is laying people off. Image Shear's going away. Um, here's the current ecosystem of Twitch. The current ecosystem of Twitch from the viewer and streamer's perspective is, and you're a viewer, so you understand what I'm talking about when I say this. The current ecosystem is Twitch has cut subscription revenue from the big partners from 70-30 to 50-50. That is happening. They're doing that. The big ones, like the big fish. The biggest fish, the revenue took a big hit. And Twitch's response has been run more ads.
yep,
The ad incentive program, from everything that I've heard, consistently has been really poorly implemented. From I can't say everybody, but I hear more and more people talking about the ad incentive program is poorly implemented and does not incentivize enough, which the whole it's called an ad incentive program. If it's not incentivizing enough, that's not an incentive anymore.
yeah,
That's just a
and
pain in the ass.
yeah.
So the ad incentive program is lacking. You remember the bounty board? Twitch talked about the bounty board.
Oh yeah, that was a
Remember
while
that?
ago.
So apparently nobody does that anymore because Twitch takes a crazy cut from the bounty board, where they'll work with somebody like Razer, and Twitch takes such a big chunk of the money from Razer compared to the streamer that the streamer is better off
Yeah,
probably just going to
yeah.
Razer themselves.
Yeah, it's not worth doing.
So it's not worth that. Okay.
It's a bounty board. It's supposed to be a way for them to earn extra money. Twitch shouldn't take any. They should be like 90-10. Like, come on, that's ridiculous.
I don't know. I've heard this too. So that's 3 different revenue streams that are being variously effective, negatively perceived. And from a viewer's perspective, unless you are subscribed, like you subscribe to me, you don't get this. But if you are not subscribed to streamer Y who's playing Diablo 4, what's the first thing that happens? You enter their stream, what happens?
Ad.
You gotta watch 30 seconds ads. Maybe more. Big streamers, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter anymore. Like that's like not a deterrent. But if you're like a mid-tier to lower, you're like a 3 viewer streamer and somebody's coming into your stream and they get hit by an ad, they're gonna leave. Like they just leave. Like I think that while not in every case, I think there's enough cases. I bet if I surveyed like 1,000 people, I bet there's enough cases where they would be like, no, I just leave. I just go somewhere else. Like I'll go to the big streamer that I subscribe to, or go to the other person I subscribe to that's live. I don't want to watch these ads. It's very intrusive. And then you get mid-roll ads. Like I don't run ads, so people are probably getting mid-roll ads. Like, okay. So I just want to talk about that. Negative experience.
These ad things, like, it's hurting the I mean, it hurts the small streamers, but I feel like the people that it hurts the most is the mid-tier mid-tier partners, like the 100 to 500 viewer, like maybe 100 to 1,000 like viewer, couple hundred subscriber streams, where they need to run the ads to be sustainable, especially if they're doing Twitch like full time as a job. But as you said, they lose people because of the ads, and especially if you're running 3 to 5 minutes in ads an hour, like people are just gonna get annoyed and pissed off with that. So it's rough.
Okay, so that's the groundwork, right? So from a viewer's perspective, and Twitch, by the way, there's another article we didn't get in here because I didn't have the link for it. I would have done it. There's another article after all this where they're like, hey, Twitch is doing great. We figured out the ads program, we think. Like, we're figuring it out. And I'm like, wow, what a poorly timed article.
And there was another one that I saw. It was a statement from the CEO, or I don't know, and it was another double down on the 50-50. It was just another double down on the 50-50. It was a triple down or a quadruple down, because they've doubled down on it already.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. He's like they're like doubling down on it.
It was the same thing they'd said before. It's like, yeah, we're in this together. Just run more ads.
And they're aware too that it's so intrusive. Like, oh yeah, we're aware that it's intrusive to the viewer. We're trying different ways to make it less intrusive. Oh, by the way, remember the chat, like the highlighted chat like monetization thing they implemented? Yeah, that's gone, by the way. They took that away. They took that away because it was so bad. So some engineering team worked, their ass off for like 2 to 3 months to get that working. And now it's gone. It's like, this is the kind of stuff. It's like, what a waste.
Their implementation was just shit. Yeah. Just change a few things and it was fine.
That feature probably cost a ridiculous amount of money to get implemented. Like, really. Like, the amount of time a team had to put in to get that in. That, by the way, somebody designed that. So a designer went in and did that. Believe it or not. So, like, Twitch is just implementing these dumb features. They keep talking about, like, the guest star feature, by the way, like it's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe it's great. Maybe it's good for certain streams. But, like, the chat highlighting thing was stupid. Ad incentive program doesn't work. Bounty board doesn't work. That's been around for a while. Ads are intrusive. Okay, that's the groundwork. So Twitch right now is in a weird spot. Okay, now remember, you promised no omega lulls, right? No lulls, no omega lulls. Okay. 2 other platforms. By the way, Facebook Gaming, we don't talk about it anymore. I don't even think Facebook Gaming wants to talk about Facebook Gaming anymore.
So we can omega lull at Facebook.
Yeah, we can make a lull at them because they're like, I've heard some things about them where they're like removing the partner program. Well, because Zuckerberg needs money for his stupid meta projects. Okay, we'll talk about YouTube first. So YouTube, if you are a viewer of YouTube, here's your experience. I jump into a YouTube stream that I somehow found. I don't know about the discovery. You found it somehow. Guess what happens? No ad. No ad. You don't get an ad. There's no ad when you jump into a YouTube stream's live stream. You just immediately jump in. There's no ad. I don't know about mid rolls, but there's no ad. There's no pre-roll ad. So I jump in and I see the content right away. So I'm immediately getting what I want, like right off the bat. And I'm sure that there are mid rolls potentially. Maybe there's like a way YouTube streamers can do it. But if I also am subscribed to YouTube Premium, I don't see the ad, and the streamer themselves get revenue from that. They get more revenue from the person using the ad blocker in the internal ad blocker from YouTube. They get more money from that. So it's like, if I'm a live streamer on YouTube too, I'm like, yeah, go get premium. You can skip all these ads, and I actually get more money from you doing that. Or you can skip the ad, like, or you can watch the ad. I don't know. But YouTube's perspective is like, you just don't get an ad at the beginning.
And I assume that the same is not true for Twitch Turbo.
Twitch Turbo is this. You could skip. Twitch Turbo blocks all ads. You don't get ads on.
Yeah,
Twitch
I know that, but does the streamer get the revenue like on YouTube, or what do you know?
What do you mean? That? I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
Like imagine Twitch doing that. That would be smart. So, yeah. So basically, just again, to put it simply, no pre-roll ad. Your subscriber split on YouTube is 70-30. That's favorable, obviously. I think it's 70-30. And there's a lot of different ways to monetize, including the super chats, which are the actual good implementation of the chat highlight feature that Twitch tried to do. There's you can just have somebody donate regularly through various donation platforms. They can join as a member. Again, you get the 70-30 split. Non-intrusive ad stream. Now, discoverability, I think, is potentially worse on YouTube for live streams, like that I'm aware. Obviously, we're aware of, and it's YouTube, so there are certain features like emotes and things like that probably aren't cross video. They're catching up on certain other features like gifted subs or something. You can gift memberships. Okay, but this is a serious conversation about YouTube. YouTube has a much more favorable system in place. They have some stuff that it's just not the same. Like, we can agree it's not the same. There's a lot of community things that are not the same. And you're not getting all the biggest channels like you would on Twitch. Like, there are more big creators on Twitch than YouTube from a live streaming perspective. Okay? Now we got to talk about the last one. You got to let me finish. No lulls, no mega lulls. We got to talk about Kick. I'm sorry. I know. You rolled your eyes. You immediately rolled your eyes like, oh god.
No, I didn't. I've heard. I mean, I've heard of Kick. I know. I've heard people talking about it.
So, Kick is here to be disruptive. Kick is really disruptive because same deal. I don't know if there's any ads on Kick. I don't even know if there's ads on Kick. Like, to be honest, I don't feel like they need to. Like, they're owned by a betting company. Like, I don't think they care. Kick's problem is
that sounds bad.
Kick's problem is like everything else that has to do with like there's like no control over anything on that platform. But you have a 95-5 split on subscriptions. You can subscribe pretty much right away to any channel. There's no pre-roll ads. Ads are not intrusive. The platform pretty much lets you do anything, which is a blessing and a curse. I mean, it's basically Twitch, but not Twitch. I don't know how emotes are handled. I'm sure they're the same way as Twitch. Otherwise, I don't know. Kick kind of just copied Twitch's whole UI, so I figured it would be the same thing on the back end too. You have a much better community program for subscriptions and ads and things like that on Kick. So basically, whenever I see Twitch do something stupid on Twitter, everybody's like, "Go to Kick." That's like the next response people give is like, go to Kick. Not YouTube. Like, go to Kick. Go to Kick. So, and I know some other big streamers that are not down people's alleys that I don't really watch as much anymore. They went to Kick because they wanted to do like gambling stuff, but they went to Kick. They like streaming on Kick because they can watch, TV and stuff, and they don't get in trouble. Kick doesn't get them in trouble. Kick doesn't do anything. So, you have Twitch in the middle, who's still probably the predominant market share by a really good amount. Yeah. They are really poorly geared towards the viewer, frankly, and really poorly geared towards the streamer now, which is shocking.
Twitch just keeps They just keep making it worse and worse. Like every update they give, they make it worse.
They
Like
make
they
it
make it
worse,
worse.
right? They make
And
it worse.
again, with this changes to the workforce, especially if Ko's information was correct that most of the people that got laid off were old guard people.
Right.
That means to me they're just replacing it with more Amazon people and Amazon ideas. So anybody, old guard people who were holding on to what Twitch used to be when it first started are pretty much gone, and Amazon is just going to do whatever they want. So,
Right.
maybe this is a little bit of a slippery slope
I mean,
argument here, but I would expect it to get worse.
right. I think it will. I do think it will get worse. I don't think Twitch is going to figure this out because Twitch, I think, is Amazon. I'm just going to say Amazon now. Who cares? Amazon is too focused on making the most money they can while alienating everybody else, sacrificing everybody else. YouTube doesn't make all their money on the live streaming, so they're kind of like, okay, it's nice, like put it over there. It benefits our creators. It helps with other things. And YouTube has other problems. Um, and Kick is like a wild west of anything goes. Like you can put porn on there apparently, and it's all good. I don't know. You can have sex on Kick, I bet, and it's fine. So here's my tinfoil hat opinion. I think in 5 years, Twitch is in real big trouble.
Yeah, maybe.
I think in 5 years, Twitch might be in real big trouble. I think at some point, there has to be a point where some feature is going to go wrong, or they're going to do something really wrong. And you're going to see everybody go to look at YouTube and look at Kick, and they're going to be like, both these guys treat me well. Why am I at you? Why am I at you?
Yeah, I agree. There's gonna come to a point where they keep making it worse and worse, and keep adding these anti-streamer, anti-viewer features, and like making things that were one way into a more money-making way for Twitch, and making it worse for people. And people are just gonna be like, "Look, I'm out." Twitch still may be the predominant market share, but it's not worth it anymore. Twitch is like, it's a terrible experience. It's just ads for days. Streamers don't make the money that they should, and it's a disaster.
And if I'm a new streamer, I'm some kid, young adult, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get into streaming.
Yeah, don't stream on Twitch.
I'd probably tell them, Twitch is probably the bigger of the two platforms from a perspective of users for streaming, and you're going to get probably the most bulk users. But I got to be honest with you, like I think you got to like maybe try YouTube first. I wouldn't say Kick, because Kick's kind of messed up, so in different ways. I'd probably tell somebody, go try YouTube, go check it out. You're probably less likely to get bigger viewership and reward, but they don't treat you like you're the problem. It's weird that Twitch sometimes, I feel like, treats us like we're the problem, and it's like, how are we the problem? You're the platform. How are we the problem? It's like,
just keep
live streaming so expensive. It's like,
you just keep making the experience worse. What do you mean?
You did that. You implemented your ads this way. You did that. Like, YouTube's ads are specifically made to be directed to people because of how they're intertwined into Google. Well, Google gets all your data, so they can target ads better. Twitch, you made your platform this way where you can't target your ads. You did that. That's not my fault. You did that. Because you felt like, okay, we wanted to make the platform as best for the user from a privacy perspective as possible, which is good and bad. It's good because you feel like you're not giving away a lot of your personal information. It's bad though, because your whole monetization strategy is reliant on being able to target shit to people. So yeah, Twitch did this. This is Twitch's fault. Whereas YouTube's completely built on the idea that it will target ads to you. And they do that. They target ads to you. You can tell. They do. There's cookies on your page. You have to maybe clear your cookies, but there's cookies in your page as you go site from site, and then YouTube gives you an ad related to a cookie you have. Twitch does not do that. Twitch has like 10 advertising partners, and they just shoot one at you. They don't know any better. They're just shooting them at you. They give me car insurance ads. I don't want car insurance. I have car insurance. Why would you target me
Yep.
with an ad on car insurance? I'm good. That's a waste of time. That's a wasted ad. What a waste. If they had a system in place where they had more data on me, where they were getting those stupid cookies that, personally, I hate those cookies. But, like, YouTube doesn't give me car insurance ads because they know better. They're like, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You're good. You don't need that.
YouTube gives me Fire Emblem Engage and Diablo 4 ads because like that's a lot of the stuff that I'm.
That's what you're
watching
doing
on
right now.
YouTube.
They know.
Like,
They got some cookie figured out what you're doing because you're
Yeah.
doing all that stuff. Or you're seeing those videos on YouTube a lot. So YouTube says, oh, you must be interested in that. Here's another ad.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
bad,
I own the
but-
game already, so like I don't need the ad, but you know, it's still.
But they
the
know you're playing it.
Point stands.
Point
like,
stands. Yeah, they know you're playing it. Twitch doesn't know that. Twitch is like, oh, do you want to play Genshin Impact or whatever? It's like, well, not really. Well, okay, here's the Genshin Impact ad. Here's this ad. Here's this ad. So, I know we went a little over the 10 minutes on this, but if I'm a new streamer, I'm seriously looking at like YouTube. And Twitch probably is a better chance for success right now for becoming a big streamer. But I don't know, Twitch. The tough part is your viewers that are not subscribed are less likely to stick around because they can't, like, the barrier to entry is really bad.
it's really
That's the
high.
problem. Your barrier to entry is really bad, and it didn't used to be that way.
If you want to be exclusively live streamer, Twitch is still probably the better option.
Yes.
But if you're open to the idea of doing both live stream and curated VOD content, YouTube is the way for sure. Like,
and I mean, like, that's it. And like, again, we're separating the lulls and omega lulls because we intrinsically know that like Facebook gaming over here is like there's some dog pile over there of poop that Facebook gaming is like dove into. But YouTube, like, they kind of just hang out over there. They're okay. I don't really have any bad thoughts on YouTube live streaming. Besides, I know discoverability is kind of rough. YouTube itself has problems, but like Kick is like anything goes on Kick. You can stream the Super Bowl. You can stream anything goes. They're not checking anything.
I don't like the idea that you mentioned that it's run by like some betting company and that.
I get that. But it's a platform exists.
Then again, how much better is Amazon or YouTube or
Google?
Amazon or Google? Sorry, yeah.
Google, who famously said we care about your personal data, which you should not take seriously at all. That is a huge lie.
Yeah, that's
they
BS.
Don't. They really don't. The number of times somebody has gone after them for that is you should go ahead and just take some time and look that up. That'll be a fun search. So anyway, okay, that's it. That's all I had personally for the YouTube stuff. The streaming stuff for Twitch. But yeah, I do look at YouTube a bit more favorably because it's like, well, there's no barrier to entry. Like, you just, for a viewer, they just get right in and they're just seeing it. It's way better. So, okay, we gotta get some lighthearted conversation here. I figured we need some fun. Here's Symbiogenesis from Square Enix.
I forgot about this one. This one was like 2 weeks ago.
So Symbiogenesis is an NFT project that's a video game. This is coming from Square Enix. This is apparently their teaser movie that came out recently. What was the date? 11 days ago. So on the 14th of this month. God, this is so nothing.
Yes, it's a nothing burger.
This is such a nothing burger, but we have to watch it because it's only 44 seconds. Here's some like imagery. I just don't know what to think of this.
Tree.
I don't know what to think of this. Like, okay, a floating island of stuff, big tree. Untangle the story.
Lose all your money.
Like, what? I don't. I just. Again, this is an NFT project. I don't really, I don't know what to say. Wait, is this their full website now? Oh, hell yeah. They have a full website. Wow. NFT, oh boy, here we go. NFT holder projects. So yeah, this is an NFT project from Square. The Dragon NFT. Holding on to the chapter's NFT characters and completing its great mission reward rewards holders with the Dragon NFT. Thus, it is recommended to progress through the story while retaining the characters. Wait a minute. I'm confused. Okay, I'm confused. So does that mean that everybody's Dragon NFT is going to be slightly different? Because if everybody holds the same NFT, well, that doesn't hold value.
Yep. But the thing is, nobody knows what this really is, and they keep touting that the art, oh man, there's all these great characters and art that's all unique, and you have these NFTs, but like they can't show any of it, because if they show it, then it loses value, because
Right.
then people can just post the image on the internet, and then anyone has it. So
Yeah.
it's like if anyone was moderately interested in this, which I'm not, but you would want to see an example of like what the art looks like before you would jump into something like this, but we haven't seen that. There was a Young Yeah video where like I think they had some examples, and man, it looked like some samey, like they're like anime-ish characters, but they all looked like really samey, just like AI generated dog shit. Like,
I'm just looking at, like, I'm gonna see if I can find something on their Twitter. I'm like, man, this Twitter doesn't show a lot of, like, imagery. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Seeing a couple characters there. Oh, here we go. Here's some characters.
I mean, they're really boring.
These are really boring. These are so boring. What is going on here? They're wearing what looks like the same outfit almost. There's no expression. Where's the expression? They look the same.
Yeah, it seems like they just put the same face on everybody, and then just like change their outfit and their hairstyle and their hair color, and
just put the same face on them and move on. We don't have time or money.
Well, they said there's gonna be like 10,000 different like unique NFTs, so I'm sure a bunch of them are just like copy paste dog shit. Like,
oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt that they just hired somebody to copy and paste a face onto some different bodies, but
yeah,
this looks,
yeah, no, and
actually
yeah,
they do look like the same face.
Yeah.
Wait, what the?
And that's true. What Blue
What?
said, by the way, there I saw some in the Yang Ya video that had they had hats on, but the hat was literally just like not even Photoshop, but like you copy pasted a picture of a hat and put it onto like in front of the head. Like their hair was like sticking out of it. And
that's
stuff.
amazing.
Like, it was so bad.
That's amazing.
It was so bad, so low effort copy paste.
That's
dog
amazing.
Shit.
I love that. I love that. I love seeing that.
This whole project is a freaking joke, dude.
That sounds amazing. Just so like
I feel really bad. I feel really bad for the poor devs that Square Enix made work on this.
Oh man,
like
I love it. I love the idea of copy and pasting articles of clothing just right on top of something. That is awesome. That to me is the best thing I've ever heard of. Just okay, should we actually draw the hat on them? Nah, just cut it and like put it right there.
Yeah, cut and paste. Like cut
just
and paste.
Cut and paste it. Like we got a deadline to hit here. We gotta go fast. Oh, that's amazing. Spoon, I love hearing that kind of stuff in the. Obviously, I know it's a joke, but like, that's so great.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It's so good seeing that. Because somebody did that and was like, yeah, we just go with it. That's what I love to see. This looks stupid though.
And every other company has abandoned this idea. Even Ubisoft, who they double down on it. They double down on it once, and then
they
I don't know. apparently there's like came out in beta or something and nobody tried it, so they killed it. Square Enix is like, nope, we're still going, double down, triple down,
We're going
quadruple. They
strong.
just keep doubling down on this crap.
We're going strong. We're never giving up. And somebody's probably like, can we give up though? Can we? We could. I think
the higher ups at Square Enix are really out of touch. Like that's all I'm
absolutely.
gonna say. They're really bad. Like their devs, at least their RPG devs, are like quite talented and quite good, I think. But man, the higher ups are fucking stupid. Like
This is a bad one. Like this is a really bad one. I am surprised that they're still going with this. Even after the guy that was supposedly spearheading the blockchain stuff is leaving.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're just still going with this, but who knows? They probably were like, well, we've committed too much. We've committed $30. We've committed far too much in funding to this project.
Sunk cost fallacy, dog. Sometimes just cut and run.
Just
you'll
cut and
lose
run.
even more.
Don't spend any more. Just go. It's bad. Excuse me. Okay. I don't have anything else to say. This looks like it's going to be a disaster, and I'm all here for it. I'm here for it.
I mean, in Blue, anything but their like mainline RPGs has not done well.
Yeah, RPGs.
Their Final Fantasies, their Kingdom Hearts, their
Octopath.
I heard Octopath 2 actually didn't do as well as the first game, which is interesting because I think it's better. But I think part of what happened with Octopath 1 was that it was something new. It was the first like HD 2D game, so a lot of people bought it because they thought it looked cool and interesting. But there was a relatively large chunk apparently who didn't really like Octopath 1, so they bought it, but then they didn't buy Octopath. They didn't buy Octopath 2.
Oh, that's a shame.
So
that's a shame.
That is a shame because Octopath 2 is actually really good. I think Triangle did okay, but I think Triangle was okay. I think it was like around $1 million for Triangle, which like isn't great. But it was also a Switch exclusive for a while. It's on PC now, but I don't know.
Huh.
Triangle is really good actually, and so is Octopath 2. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what the sale. I did hear that Octopath 2 sold worse than Octopath 1 though, which is surprising to me.
Square isn't gonna like that. Square is not gonna like that at all. They're gonna be like, hey, wait a second, what's going on here? What happened? And then we're gonna get some. I hate for something bad to happen to the studio making the Octopath, and they made. Well, no, they didn't make Triangle. Somebody that was different. They just used the same style. Because wasn't Triangle separate from Octopath for the studio making it? It was just they used the same style.
I think it was a different. I think it was a different studio.
Yeah, it was a different studio. They just used the same style.
Same art
because it was like similar people.
Yeah. I just don't I don't know if those games are making money or it just seems like Square partially is they're either spending too much on their projects or they're setting their expectations too high or both.
Probably it could be both.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's not good. If you go from 1 to 2 and the sales go down, you know what happens when publishers see that. They're like,
well, they don't make 3.
They're like, well, guess nobody wants 3, so that's what they're like. Well, nobody wants it, so we're done. We're done now. Even though it's like, well, no, hold on a second. I mean, that sold well enough to make a profit, right? They're like, nope, nobody wants it. We're done. Nobody wants it anymore. Shut it down. Burn it all. Get it out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Square, I think they fired their CEO or he stepped down, or they probably fired him. I think their CEO or something got fired recently. So, I mean, yeah, they need a FF16 to be a freaking banger this year.
Yeah, they do.
Though it is a PS5 exclusive, so who knows?
Yeah, that definitely is. That definitely could inhibit some sales, but I think it might be to the point where enough people have a PS5 where they could still sell a massive amount.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gotten to the point where enough people have it that wanted it. Okay. Anyway. Resident Evil 4 came out.
Yep.
I'm sure you're, You've seen some of the chatter. Game seems great. What a shock, because the original was great. So, like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. When I was looking at video of it, I'm like, yeah, this is just a really nice version of what we had before, and it actually has modern controls. So I don't know, like, I don't know how you could go wrong there.
No, yeah, they did. They did hear what they did with, like, like RE2 and RE3. I know people didn't like RE3 as much. I guess the remake of it. I mean, but people loved the RE2 remake, and this one is just as good as that, if not better, apparently. So, and yeah, the player reception has been similar. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter saying, like, yeah, this is it's game of the year material, 10 out of 10. This game's amazing, blah blah blah. So
because the original was really good, so it's like, okay, well, as long as you modernize it and make it look really, like, visually, you modernize it, like, it's hard to go wrong there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, good job. It wasn't hard, but you did it.
Yep. They didn't disappoint people with RE. Man, people would have been pissed if they would have screwed this one up, by the way, because people love RE4.
People would have been really upset if they screwed that one up. So, can we please not give Game of the Year awards to remakes? I don't know. I don't know if they will, to be honest. I mean,
it'll probably be not, like, with those scores, it'll probably be nominated.
It'll be nominated, yeah. I mean,
RE2 was nominated the year that one came out.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
When I saw some of the gameplay of it and things like even before it came out, I was like, yeah, this just looks like Resident Evil 4 but modernized. Okay, it's going to be really good. Don't have anything else to say on that.
Nope, me neither.
Okay,